Hello and welcome to CrossFit for Chickens. Today this little cock came in and asked if we can help him put on some muscle, so let's get right into it. How do you like your eggs? Sunny side swole? We're gonna go ahead and start with the bench press here. We're gonna go ahead and start with some light weight. Go ahead and bench press me. Come on, you little bitch. You shouldn't need me to spot you. Come on, you're making me look silly. You're so weak, this is embarrassing. It's like I'm giving CPR to a fucking pillow. There's no response from this chicken at all. Did it already have a heart attack? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good time to go over the CrossFit rules. Remember the first rule of CrossFit? Always talk about CrossFit. Let's just jump into our next exercise. It's called the Spread Eagle Bone Saw Blaster. You take your client's stiff legs, you stretch them far out to the side like you just got a new pack of chopsticks and you're about to break them apart, but you don't want to break them yet. You don't want to snap the chicken's legs off. That's the next component of our circuit. You just want to get that tension there, a nice stretch throughout the chicken's muscles. Then you just want to throw the legs forward and backward like you're digging an imaginary hole for this chicken's carcass after you finish torturing it with CrossFit. Then you want to do anywhere from 50 to 100 sets of these, at least until the chicken's heart stops beating. And there you have it, CrossFit for Chickens, taking all the joy of CrossFit and putting it into a form even chickens can participate in. CrossFit, where poor form and injuries aren't just a side effect of the exercise. It's our motto. Now next time you hear why did the chicken cross the road, ask him why the chicken crossed the gym, to get fucking jacked. In fact, change the original expression, why did the chicken CrossFit the road, bitch? What's up everybody, it's Critical, and I've just been touched to my very core. I've just been made aware of the future of art, nay, the future of our species. It's called non-visible art. It's art that you can't see. In and of itself, it's art that doesn't exist. It transcends art. And it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It makes me feel like my soul itself is being jerked off. I must warn you though, this type of art is not for those of you who lack taste. If you can't appreciate a can of artist shit, a literal can of a man's feces selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, or if you can't see the splendid, terrific, ethereal beauty behind a bare-ass naked man slapping a cardboard box with his penis, then this type of art just isn't for you, you fucking troglodyte. Now I'd like to take a moment here and read the manifesto from the Museum of Non-Visible Art. Art itself is nothing. All that matters is what is left, the afterglow. The ambition is to produce this. We strive for an afterglow with no thing preceding. A glow. Phosphenes. The only surface worth painting is the mind of the viewer. The viewing of art should not require eyes. Art should be entoptic. We strive to force meditation. The prisoner's cinema. Phosphenes. Art is without value until it faces the market. The market purveys value. Money is banal until it is spent. Money spent on art is money transformed. Money spent is money mourned. This mourning is eased by art. We strive to enhance mourning. Mourning is a response to what is not there. An afterglow. What you see does not matter. What you have seen is everything. All you truly buy is the afterglow. It has value. You must pay for the glow that has no thing, nothing before, pure after. Phosphenes. Rules for the creation of the non-visible. You shall not add to the banal. You shall not build. You shall not litter the world with art. You shall not make. What you have not made must be beautiful. What you have not made must have value. You must bring what you have not made to the market. The market will give it value. You must give to the market absence. Money is banal until spent. You must offer the market anguish. What is spent is painful. You must make the market beautiful. Nothing beautiful without pain. You must increase the world behind the eyes. The wreck of the Medusa. It left us with phosphenes. You must conjure them and sell them. Only when you have done this are you one of us. And fucking shit do I want to be one of them. This is my true calling. It is simply put the apotheosis of evolution. This is where we need to be, and it's where we can be, and it's where we deserve to be. Money is banal until spent on the non-visible with phosphenes that was left by the wrecked Medusa. Amen. Now allow me to enlighten you with this clip from the Invisible Art exhibition. It's beautiful. Look at her look for meaning in this man's anus, but all she'll find is shit. It's so tranquil. It radiates beautiful phosphenes that only a wrecked Medusa could gravitate towards the gravitational sun's pull of neutrons. This one was by Yoko Ono. It's an empty wall, and it's magnificent.
By making art that's invisible, these people are trying to disrupt what I would call the complacency of seeing, when seeing just becomes a routine that's meaningless.
Exactly. Very well put, Ralph. Seeing is meaningless, it's just part of the routine, and it's up to these brilliant minds to break that complacency.
So a show like this, I think, is a bit of a palate cleanser.
Oh, a palate cleanser indeed, Ralph. My palate is so cleansed I could lick the very anus of a skunk and still taste nothing but scented roses and pretentiousness. Ah yes, one of the tastier displays of non-visible art here today. Empty room with 2 air conditioners. How refreshing.
Artists, the walls exist, I just can't see them, but using infrared technology this headset can, and it vibrates every time I hit one.
The perfect amalgamation of science, technology, art, and bullshit. Using infrared technology to find the invisible walls nature doesn't want you to find. They're treating it like it's some type of fucking video game with invisible walls to prevent progress, but really they can just walk right through it. That is why it's art, because it is also not art at the same time that it is. Money is banal. Phosphenes are phosphenes. Think with your brain. Photosynthesized the weedy marijuana 2016. Just look at all the fun these people are having. Look at all that art they're experiencing. You could be experiencing it too. Close your eyes, and then buy my newest non-visible art piece titled A Whiff of Cum for $50,000, please. Thank you. I've never been more excited to share with you a video before in my life. What you're about to see is a rare peek behind the curtain. What YouTubers don't want you to see. Shitty ideas where a video comes out so awful they scrap it. Well, I say nay. I say why scrap anything? And so Matt and Danny are convinced I had a horrible idea for a video that we ended up filming, and I am sticking to my guns. I think it's the best goddamn thing we've ever filmed. It's a Lego speedrunning competition. I thought it was a wonderful idea on paper, but maybe in practice it wasn't as exciting and exhilarating as I envisioned it being, but that doesn't matter. I want to show it to you anyway. And I hope you get the thrills out of this, the same level of excitement that you get when you go like fucking skydiving. I hope this high-octane video puts your stomach up in your chest like you're on a roller coaster, you know what I mean? They begged me not to bother editing the video. They thought it was too boring. Well, let's prove them wrong. Can I get a Matt and Danny were wrong in the chat, please? Also, feel free to stop by the Twitch streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical and let me know how much you loved seeing us build Legos here, because my god, what a ride. Alright, it's time for some Lego speed runs, boys. This was Danny's idea, and I said, God damn it, it's genius. So today we'll be competing in the 101-piece Microfighter Millennium Falcon. Wow. This should be a pretty challenging build for most of us. This is for ages 3 and up, and we fall right firmly in that category.
Or the and up.
Yeah, well, 6 and up, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, you were selling it.
So, if you're under 6 years old, get the fuck out.
Alright, box.
Okay. I'll make this like the Rubik's Cube thing.
And we're off.
We're gonna be always like trying to do it the right way.
We did caveman approach. I see Han Solo headless in there.
Do you want this moved?
No.
I'll mess with it.
Scan the code on the front cover. Nope. Okay. Han Solo first. We're on world record pace. Here's his head.
Have we looked up what the speedrun world record is for this set?
No, it's a brand new set. We're gonna be the first ones.
Yeah, we're gonna set it.
Alright. Head built. Alright. Step 1 done. Han Solo down. Where's his blaster? You have to do every single piece too. You can't skip anything.
Sorry.
There's no blaster build directions, Matt. Here it is.
I really want to lay on the floor.
Done.
That's right where the grip is.
Lay down right behind him.
I built the Taj Mahal, so I do have experience.
Built is a vast over-exaggeration.
I've even seen Brickbeard fall victim to pirates.
That's true.
Well, you're at 2 minutes and 36 seconds, so you've got about 24 seconds left to reach your estimation.
Oh, no, that's fine. We'll get there.
Hard not to.
And I swear to God, if they just didn't have Han Solo disassembled like the cartel got to him, I would have absolutely been on world record pace by a long shot.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, there was no way of knowing, to be fair. Oh my God, there's even like an axle and pulley system in here. Jesus, this thing's gonna actually fucking fly. Alright, there we go. Looking good? There we go. Couldn't see that on camera. Trust me, it looked like a picture of Sasquatch. Just trust me. It's looking
it
good.
looks great.
It's looking good. Jesus Christ. Okay.
We're at 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
I messed up.
Are you gonna get a sub 10?
Oh my God, wait, what the fuck?
I don't think so.
Wait, what?
I think so.
Oh, jet boosters engaged, boys. The first fusion core is
Wow.
attached.
That's nice.
Yeah, she's looking good. I mean, still, some fucking milk-drinking, snot-nosed kid is not beating this time. I can promise you that much. They should just put the parts in the order of appearance, so that way you know what you need when. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like credits in a movie.
I feel like they need a lot more packaging.
They can afford it. This is 10 cents per brick. This was fucking...
That's true. That was fucking pricey.
Yeah, this is literally $10.
You think gold is even that expensive?
No
Yeah,
chance.
Per
Size
weight.
bricks.
Yeah, if we weigh that shit.
Yeah.
We melt this down into a plastic blob. I bet you it's more expensive than gold.
Oh my God, we're almost there. Wait, we're actually almost there. I guess it doesn't really matter where I put these. It's my Millennium Falcon. It doesn't have to
No, for
sit
the speedrun,
perfectly.
it's got to be exact. Otherwise, it's any percent.
Yeah, otherwise Danny and I are about to crush you.
Throw squish it all together, it's
Yeah.
done.
Just tape it.
Some of these steps are actually just here for no reason. Get
Well,
in there, you son of a bitch. There we go. Wherever it fits, it sits. Yeah, and that's what I'll have to do. It's a world record, Matt. You don't understand. I might skip this step. Oh my God.
No, you can. Not for the world record.
Ah, fuck, there we go. There's no way a kid has that kind of strength.
That's why it's 6 and up.
Oh, true. Yeah, they are adults at that age.
Go
Oh,
next.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
I think we should both do it.
No, I'm not skipping the brake lights, Matt. Oh my
Oh
God.
no, we lost
Oh
one
my
piece.
And it blends in with the carpet. He'll
I
never
found
notice
it. I found it. I found it. Let's not fucking
Just put it
panic.
on the carpet. He'll never know we skipped it.
Oh my God, but do I have some bad news? I've used the wrong piece in step 12.
Oh god. To go all the way back.
No, hold on. I got a backup strat.
Figure it out.
No, that's it.
Wait, you're already on time, Matt? Are you sure?
Yeah, hold on. I just have to put Han Solo in a seat.
That's the end when you put him in.
Time.
20.
I think he's the size of the ship.
Yeah. 20 minutes and 10 seconds.
That's a new world record. Let's go. Danny, get in here.
Wait, why?
Don't let my glory go to waste.
Because this is a great thumbnail right
Yeah,
here.
Danny.
Wait, but Matt's not even barely in it.
Oh, I'm in it. Bring your head down.
Danny, he can't.
Wait,
You can't see.
There's the thumbnail.
That looks good. All right.
Want me in the seat. So just to be
Can we
clear,
please go at the same time so there's
No.
something interesting going on?
No, Danny. It's not supposed to be interesting.
I want
This is
you-
athletics.
I want you to save these. So at the end, if I don't have
Yeah,
these
you should
left,
have to
we
save
know
them.
he's done something wrong.
Yeah, I feel like you have because there's just a random assortment of pieces here.
No, this is my
They
copy.
give you extras. You'll see.
All right. Well, let me clear off the station.
Man, I'm parched after that kind of hard work.
Let me get in here since I'll be here for half an hour.
So,
Let me get my breathing right.
I'll get the timer going.
Okay, wait, what's the time to beat?
2010.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're
I
good.
heard some good pops in there.
Hands on the table. Wait, there's a rogue piece here. He's cheating. He saved it. He was trying to.
He's blending it in with the colors. All right, on my go.
On your go. Once you touch that box.
I'm about to go. Get ready.
Ready?
Whoa! Oh!
Oh!
Wait, you fill the instructions?
Yeah, you did. You'll have to
Where are they?
Oh no! You made a
That's
crucial
one.
mistake.
That's one.
No, he's using
Oh!
recycled instructions.
That's some quick thinking.
That's some quick thinking.
I'm just guessing this is where this goes.
Oh, he's already guessing. It's step one.
Well, if you're gonna guess, it might as well be on the most important part.
Absolutely. Where the fuck's his hair? Can he be bald? Does he count if he's bald?
No, he has to be exact.
Well, your ship had a lot of leftover pieces.
By design.
Oh. Alright, Han's done.
What?
Oh, he's cruising.
How are you finding the pieces so fast?
You got
I
the
think that's
eagle
the
eyes.
first sub-minute Han in like,
In
the world.
existence?
Yeah.
That was a good submit. That's a gold split. That wasn't bad.
Thanks. I worked really hard at it. I did not flip a page. I was a good boy. These. And I think I need these. And we're gonna go here. I feel
I
fast.
thought about flying.
He is flying. But this is how I felt too until I flew too close to the sun on page 11.
That's true, and you said I did it backwards.
Yeah, page 11, that is bested many an engineer.
Do I get the piece off?
That's, oh! A good builder always has his tools.
Did it give you one of the pieces to take it off, or are you just
No.
saying nonsense?
No, they didn't have any of those.
Alright, so nonsense it is. But he's recovered!
Oh!
Woo!
Coming up in 5 minutes.
Oh, that's right where we want to be.
He's not even on page 11 yet.
That's pretty nuts.
Is it?
Don't know. How many pages are there?
Oh, he flipped the fin!
Oh,
I
I had it the right way and then I flipped it.
Oh, that's a big time loss.
Remember when you couldn't find the blaster?
Don't you ever say that. Yours was a simple with more love and care than mine.
Yes. Wait, Charles, you're on to something. Page 11, they don't tell you what to do.
Yeah, page 11 will throw you for a loop.
What the fuck?
Yeah, page 11's pretty
What?
gross.
They don't tell you.
And this is when you have to fend for yourself. You have to
Yep.
learn to swim by going to the deep end.
So much
Oh
time
my
here.
god, this is not good.
I'm getting nervous.
Almost 30 seconds on this split.
Is that a clear one? What do the clear ones look like towards the end?
Oh!
That's a clear one. That's not a clear one. I don't have that piece. They left it out.
Could this be the end of Matt's God run?
Probably not.
The flag.
I don't know what mistake he's talking about.
You'll see.
Well, one of you made a mistake.
I was gonna say, I'm not just trusting
Nope.
Charlie's word. He had
Nope.
extra pieces left.
Nope, you'll see. You'll see. And you will also have extra pieces left, by the way.
Are you positive?
Positive.
How positive?
100%.
There's
And
3 extra
done.
red pieces.
I'm done.
15:34.
No, keep it. He didn't do it right. Stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we didn't inspect yours and keep the clock going.
Okay.
Then
Then we'll,
once we determine it's
Wait.
wrong, then you can restart.
okay. Danny.
Also, how many pieces did you have left?
Yeah, let me see. He had the exact same amount, pretty much.
You have all these.
Yeah, he's got 3
Yeah,
red.
there are a lot left.
And you fucking doubted my
Yeah, he's not wrong.
integrity.
All right.
All right, what do you think's wrong?
Okay.
Are
I
you
showed Danny. You need to figure out what's wrong.
these back here?
Danny.
Wait, okay.
I showed you what was
Let
wrong.
me inspect both.
Yep.
All right, wait. You can
Emily?
start the timer again because I'm gonna fix what I think is broken.
Okay, you ready?
Go.
Go.
Oh god, they're so hard to take apart. Holy fuck. Okay, just the whole thing. Guys, I can't get this off. Is this what you thought was wrong?
Well, I can't say.
All right, that's a yes. I literally can't get it off. I might just have. Oh,
Well, it's okay. You have like
5 minutes.
4 minutes to do it.
Oh. All right. Then we're fine. Time.
Damn it. That was a pretty
Was
quick
that it?
recovery.
Yeah. All right.
You fucking idiot. You thought that
Show the
it
time.
went the other way.
Show the time.
Also, it's still not done. There's one more mistake you made.
What?
Han Solo's not sitting down.
He needs to stand.
When you touch that box, I'll start. I might have
Alright.
to take a shit, so we'll see.
Well, that's okay. You'll have time.
I don't want to miss any of the action.
You ready?
Ready.
I'm not ready. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Go. Oh, open the box. Just kidding. That was easy.
That was clean.
That was child's play.
Han
There's a piece in
Solo's
here.
split.
I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna build Han Solo.
That's so fucked up. God damn it.
I'm gonna stare into the computer and take a nap.
All right, gotta find the blaster. Oh God, where's the blaster? Oh, he's got hair. I'm okay. I have to ask you a question about how these books are written. Do the colors of the blocks matter? Yes, they do. Okay.
Yeah. You being colorblind
This-
might be a problem.
Yeah, this is the. Are there even? Okay, I don't actually know if there are gray ones of these. Here. No, I can't get it off.
I'm gonna show off the firing capabilities of the Millennium
Yeah,
Falcon.
go for it. This is
I'll shoot it at the camera. If it breaks it, it breaks it. Oh, I hit the lens.
Oh, it bounced.
That's rough.
It bounced back there.
Oh, you hit me.
Yeah, Matt's down.
Imagine.
Do we have medical
actually
attention?
Just broke the lens.
That was this thing has some power.
Did you make sure it wasn't scratched?
I can't tell.
Look.
Yeah, just look at the way it fires. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, distraction.
We
Yeah.
have a battle.
Oh yeah, ship battle.
This is so exciting that you guys can't even sit through it.
Well, we
I don't
made
know what you're talking
we
about.
made fighter ships, Danny. I want to break
Uh,
it.
Not
yeah.
be excited.
It's true.
I made 'em-
Captain, fire!
Oh,
Oh God,
Direct hit.
I'm under attack.
He's dead.
Get me out.
You know what's really cool is he can wear the hair in front of his face. What?
what?
He's got two faces.
I know. I just. spun
Where
it
did that
around.
just go?
What happened?
I took off a piece and it flew into literal oblivion. Wait.
That's gonna be a
embarrassing.
time loss.
back here?
I'll show them in the meantime.
I got it.
What happened?
I like flicked it off and it flew off into the sun.
This is like. There
Oh, it's
he is.
Clarissa.
And then if I want, I can turn his hair back around. Boom! Still. Oh, okay. It's a happy face. Happy. Okay. Happy face.
Nice.
And angry face. Nice. Back to Danny.
Danny.
We're cruising.
I put on so.
Oh, we're on 11 now.
That's right.
Have fun.
Wait,
It's a doozy.
it is a doozy.
Does Danny have what it takes?
Get in there.
Is he doing it?
He's getting there.
I think I did the 11 pretty quick there, boys.
Oh no. Oh
Alright,
no.
smashes on the ground.
He actually did page 11 in record time.
That was unbelievable.
We've never seen that.
His splits are ridiculous.
We didn't even know it was possible.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Oh God, that was close.
Good safe strats, Danny.
Thank God, that was so close.
You're at almost 12 minutes.
Oh God, Matt did this so
I
fast.
know, Matt really was on a crazy pace.
Matt, were you practicing?
Mm-hmm. I built 3 of them while we were sitting here.
That's actually insanely fast.
You guys thought we randomly picked one?
Matt's been orchestrating this the whole time.
I've been working on this for 6 months.
Dropping
Best
a
I
little,
could do
dropping
was
little
15
hints.
minutes.
I actually can't tell if this is the right
Watch
piece or
out,
not.
Danny, there's a rogue spaceship.
No!
Hyperdrive! Is he in?
No.
Is he in?
Yes, time.
Alright.
We did it. Look at that, I beat Charlie. That's gonna be embarrassing for him because
That
I
is-
literally don't do Legos.
Yeah,
He's done
that's-
multiple in the last like
What
about
a
3
dummy.
years.
Well, good job.
I'm
I
pretty
guess
impressed.
We just wait for him to get back.
Wrap it up for us, Charlie.
Well, I didn't win, but we still set a world record in the process.
Matt's world record.
Yeah. And we got to have some fun building Legos. So.
Neat.
I love that your head is cut off.
He's just talking up there.
Do I look awake to you right now? I hope not, because I'm pretty sure I'm sleeping, stuck in a nightmare of streaming services. It's so exhausting. Chick-Fil-A is apparently launching their own streaming service. Kind of. It's more so the company that owns Chick-Fil-A is launching a streaming platform, but even still, there's a lot of silliness to touch on with this. I've already been shaking my fist at the clouds about how absurd streaming platforms have become, and every company on the planet is fishing for any possible excuse to launch a streaming service to try and wring you out like a towel to get a couple extra doubloons to fall out of your wallet. And today it's been reported that Chick-fil-A is putting their ass on that toilet seat as well. They're going to be having their own streaming service, apparently. Chick-fil-A being closed on Sunday has given the executives some extra time to cook up some of the worst ideas imaginable. So, before going into the nitty-gritty and diving into the weeds, I think most sane people would probably write this off as a horrible idea. They're a fast food restaurant. They're not in the entertainment industry. They don't have a catalog of productions or anything except for like the Eat More Chicken commercials. But you can't really launch a streaming service that's just Eat More Chicken animated adventures or whatever. It's super stupid. It's not like they're gonna fill their Chick-fil-A Plus with, Martin Scorsese exclusives or anything. It would very likely be just quickly shot, haphazardly thrown together garbage, would be my guess. Again, Chick-fil-A is in the fast food industry, not the entertainment industry. The only thing they entertain is my butt with a little extra poop when I eat too many chicken nuggets. According to Deadline, Chick-fil-A is working with a number of production companies and traditional studios to create multiple original shows for a streaming platform debuting sometime later this year. So mark your calendars, it's coming pretty soon. I can't wait. Maybe this is going to be the platform that picks up Halo Season 3. Imagine how blessed that would be. Halo partnering with Chick-fil-A to deliver the worst adaptation mankind has ever experienced, and bringing more of it. Thank God. Initially, the restaurant is said to be focused on family-friendly, unscripted programming, including a game show produced by Glassman Media and Sugar 23. I'd never heard of either of those companies, so I looked them up. Glassman Media has this impressive resume here. I've heard of 3 things on here: The Wall, and Bingo. All the others I'm in the dark on. Ex-Wives Club sounds like an absolute banger, and The Cowboy Way looks like Ram Ranch, and it was so good they brought it back to Ultimate Cowboy. Those actually look like the covers to those like erotic novels that you see on TikTok from time to time, or like a Chuck Tingle book or something. Maybe the show is incredible. Maybe it absolutely claps cheeks. I couldn't tell you. But The Cowboy Way and Ultimate Cowboy really caught my eye. And of course, I'd never heard of Sugar 23 either. It sounds like a screen name a Predator would have used before being busted by Chris Hansen. But I looked into Sugar 23, and I don't really understand. So on their website, it's a bunch of buzzwords about innovation. It's a talent management and production company that's been reimagined, which to me sounds like one of those Michelin-starred restaurant, like pretentious menu items. It's a deconstructed hot dog using squid. But they keep talking about, the mission to impact culture through entertainment, world-class entertainment executives in scripted and unscripted TV, film, and podcast. They create original premium content for global distribution. And here's one of their examples: P&G Studios, Time Studios, and the secret sauce, Sugar 23. I love that they call themselves the secret sauce. That is adorable. Came together to make a star-driven documentary series focused on making the world a better place. Sounds very wholesome. Quick side note, you know what I'm really tired of? Star-driven anything. The Borderlands movie should prove once and for all that people don't really give a fuck about the star power behind a film if everything else about it is terrible. This probably doesn't apply to that documentary series. Again, I don't know anything about it. But just that word star-driven or star-studded, that word is foul to me now. It's like poison. Let the material of the production speak for itself, and if there's great actors and actresses attached to it that people know, then that's just a bonus. It shouldn't be the selling point. of a movie. You've just wasted a ton of money on an absolute dog shit script, talking about Borderlands here, and paid hand over fist oodles, millions upon millions of clams for a bunch of A-list actors and actresses that don't want to be in it and can't save it. It's just a waste. Anyway though, Glassman Media and Sugar 23 that we just learned about through this quick lore breakdown, this adventure I went on, they are slated to be working on this in some capacity, but down the line, the currently unnamed service could also feature original scripted series, animation, and content that's either licensed or acquired from other entertainment outfits. And thus is the curse of streaming services. Anytime one of these fucking things sprouts up, they always take from other already existing streaming platforms to try and get fans of whatever that product was to just immediately buy a subscription to your new one so that way they can continue to watch it. I hate that practice so much. Like, if you go to try and watch the entire Pokemon series, like Donkey illustrated in his video about streaming services, you have to go to, I think it was 7 different platforms to watch the entire series or something crazy like that. It's unacceptable. Like, that should just be illegal. It really should. It's such a headache. It's such a nuisance, and it's extremely expensive to do that. It costs more than cable for that, obviously. And if you have just one streaming service, your catalog is constantly dwindling and constantly subject to change, normally for the worst, because other streaming services are starting to poach from it. It just sucks. It super sucks. Companies don't really suffer for it, but consumers do. So I just imagine a world where Chick-Fil-A All Day Turbo Vision Plus, or whatever they're going to call the service, comes up, and they just say, you know what, we're going to grab a couple of seasons from all of these different shows, this mishmash of a ton of beloved properties, and immediately slap them on our platform, and hopefully we can get some of those fans to just buy a subscription here so they can continue to watch what they love. I hate that. Like, it's so awful. I am beyond tired of all of these streaming platforms. It's so unnecessary. It's like Horcruxes. You have to just like defeat all of these other streaming platforms, kill them, let them die out, so that way you could just defeat this streaming menace and stop the gold rush once and for all. It's the only way. Chick-fil-A hasn't announced or publicly commented on the programming initiative, but a pivot into entertainment production could be part of a bigger advertising or customer data play. Customer data is more valuable than money at this point. Every single company on the planet is doing everything they can to grab as much data as possible. It is the number one currency in the world, period. It's fucking crazy how much they salivate over data. But anyway, Disney does it with Disney Plus, and it drove Walmart's interest in streaming, which ultimately led to partnering with Paramount Plus. I highly doubt that if this streaming platform launches, and it seems like it's going to, it's not really a question of if, more of when. It seems like they're already so far down the pipeline here that it's coming. And I just have no confidence in the quality of the shows they're going to slap on there. I just have no faith that there's going to be anything worth watching from the Chick-fil-A streaming platform. Now, maybe this will age terribly. Maybe in a year from now, this will be the number one platform. It produces just heater after heater. It's nothing but top tier level shows, but I'm just gonna stamp my nuts on this here. I bet it's gonna come out and it's gonna be fucking flops. It's gonna be a clunker. I'm speculating that this streaming service is going to go the way of Quibi. If any of you remember Quibi, God rest its soul. It came out and it raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and it tried to be this platform that delivered like big budget short form shows and movies, and they were all terrible. And that has since closed its doors, but it was a very expensive endeavor, and it was a very stinky one. I'm catching a whiff of that same smell with this pivot here from Chick-fil-A. It's a smell that smells smelly. I'm huffing these rancid fumes, and I think it's just going to be completely worthless. That's my prediction, but I'm no Nostradamus, so we'll see. I'm not Baba Vanga, you know. But here's a very important tidbit here. The idea of a company launching an entire streaming service filled with feel-good stories just to sell chicken is a bit odd. Peculiar indeed, but those stories might just feel super good and have you scratching at your neck for some chicken. It feels important to bear in mind that Chick-fil-A is owned by the Cathy family, whose independently managed trust was instrumental in the foundation of Trillis Studios, the Atlanta studio most well known for its frequent work with Marvel. Chick-fil-A's corporate ties to the entertainment industry make this kind of move somewhat easy to wrap your mind around to a certain extent, but it's much harder to imagine people actually wanting to sign up for yet another platform that's probably going to be filled with commercials. So the family that owns Chick-fil-A already has an entertainment background, and from the bits of research I've done, they also have a lot of studios that don't see a lot of work right now. So I believe the idea is to just have those studios churning out content for the streaming platform to hopefully get a little bang for their buck out of those studios that are right now just kind of dormant. So to me, this seems like less of Chick-fil-A itself making this platform, and it kind of just being more of like the face of it to a certain extent. So it's wanting family-friendly content. It's going to be obviously advertising Chick-fil-A, I imagine, but it's more so the family that owns it already has access to these things to make content, so they're just going to try and make it for a streaming platform just to see how it goes, because they can, I guess. Either way, I still think it's a horrible idea, and I don't think anything good is going to come from it. Well, yeah, I guess I could be super wrong about that. It could be an incredible platform, but I don't think so. I don't see that happening. I had to talk about it a little bit, that's it. So yeah. Pranksters are more hated than the common cold, but for the longest time there was always one prankster people would say bucks the trend of just going out and harassing people and actually does like clever, fun pranks that are both enjoyable for viewers, and even the people who get pranked usually end up laughing. And that was Ross Creations. But with his latest super stinker, nobody's laughing. It's actually done a big number on his reputation, put a huge blemish there, and a lot of people are extremely upset with him. It's pretty easy to understand why. When I heard what his latest prank was, I don't even know if you can call this a prank, it's killing animals, not really a prank per se. When I heard that it was Ross Creations that did that, I didn't believe it. Drew told me yesterday, and he said, "You know Ross Creations?" And the first thing out of my mouth was, "Yeah, I really like that guy." And then he said, "Oh, well, did you see his newest Instagram reel?" To which I responded, "No, because I'm not a big Instagram user." So he showed me, and it's fucking baffling that he thought this was somehow a good idea.
Oh, what do we got here? A possum. You are going to Mars. Yes. Oh my God! Bam! He just walks away. Oh man.
Hey pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town? The possum doesn't just walk away, it is limping away, most likely to go die an agonizingly slow death from all of the internal injuries it has suffered from being launched fucking 50 feet into the air, because Ross Creations wanted to LARP as Kraven the Hunter here and just blast possums into space. I think his brain went to Mars. Like, I don't know what he thought would be a slam dunk with this video, but it is shocking. He just shows animal cruelty. You can even see in the community note, it literally just lists out the penal code here. He's in Florida, much like me. It is just textbook animal cruelty. Possums aren't even really pests either, by the way. Only like farmers consider them pests because they do like go after like eggs, chickens and stuff like that. But for just an average, just ordinary person, possums aren't really pests. In fact, they actually do a lot of pest control for you. So him just targeting possums to launch and kill them is unhinged. And believe it or not, I actually saw some enlightened Redditors in the comment section trying to educate us plebeians that possums can actually tank this. This kind of impact actually does nothing to a possum. They don't even feel it. They're a lot like squirrels in that regard. And I had to take a moment to compose myself and realize that that was a real sentient human being that typed that, and it almost made me shed a tear. Buster, possums are not like squirrels, they're significantly more dense, and they do reach terminal velocity. So while it may not have just exploded on impact like a fucking bomb going off with blood and gore flying all over the place, you can clearly see it limping away, and it is absolutely suffering, and no doubt will likely die from those injuries it sustained. That is an extreme distance to fall that possums cannot just tank. Some of these goobers in the comments section were talking about possums like they're goddamn Thanos. Like, that is not how this works. This device is an alley-oop for gravity to assassinate possums. I don't even understand what the content idea here was, so he seems disappointed that the possum walks away. So the video was going to be launching the possum, having the possum hit the ground, and then a mangled corpse.
And he thought that that would go over well. He thought that'd be like thumbs up across the board. The description on the video just says W, so he thought this was like a great move. What kind of psychopath shit is that? The guy whose own YouTube description says pranks but not mean, branded himself as like a good prankster, built a reputation as being a prankster that like even the people who get pranked appreciate because it was fun and entertaining. All of a sudden drops a video killing possums. That was his idea. How fucking stupid can you possibly be? Let's go ahead and play ball with fanfic where Ross views them as a pest because he's a big-time green thumb farmer, which he's not. But let's say he was, and he hates possums. He's got a big problem with possums coming in there and fucking slapping his chickens around or whatever. So he wants to handle the issue himself instead of calling a professional. This is not the way to do it. This is extraordinarily inhumane. It is textbook animal cruelty. Like this... There is absolutely no wiggle room for any kind of justification here at all. It is just torturing these possums. They die a slow, painful death. So even though it looks like that possum walks away, if you really stretch, it is limping very slowly off of frame. But even if you think that it walks away, it doesn't live happily ever after from the extent of those injuries. There's no world where it fucking survives that. But let's say it did. Let's say it did somehow get out of there, but it's all bruised and beaten up, looking like Ed, and Eddie after the town just attacked them for their most recent scam. How the fuck would Ross ever think that is content that would be received well? Launching a possum in the air and brutalizing it, but at least it survives. Why did he think people would respond positively to that? That's not silly. That's not like ha 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 hilarious. That's just fucking weird. And the idea, apparently, was that it would kill the possum. Like, Ross seems disappointed that it walks away. I really don't get what he was expecting with this one. This shit is just unhinged, and I was shocked to see that it was Ross Creations that did this. I just had to yap about this a bit, because most other pranksters, I expect a level of, like, unfathomable degeneracy. But with Ross Creations, I don't think I would have ever predicted he'd be someone to make a video like this. It's so fucking weird. Anyway, that's about it. See ya. I had perhaps one of my best ideas ever last week, and it was for a tier list because I've been really fucking into making tier lists recently. Basically, the tier list was a YouTuber's asshole tier list based on taste. And I don't think many YouTubers would let me just straight up eat out their asshole, just give them a rim job and put it on a tier list. So instead, I remembered something that I learned about back in college called edible anus arrangements, which is a take-home asshole mold that you apply to your butthole and then ship into the company, which turns it into a chocolate based on the impression from your real-life, God-given brown balloon knot. It takes your chocolate starfish and turns it into a gourmet chocolate to be enjoyed by your friends and family. And I thought this would be a great idea to, like, get YouTubers' assholes, not only put them on display, but try them, and see which YouTubers have the best tasting assholes. Does Jacksepticeye's fudge portal taste different than PewDiePie's? And does it look better? You know, I'd grade it on a bunch of different criteria, and I thought it would have been a very interesting tier list, but I underestimated how apprehensive people were to putting mold in their ass. You know, for me personally, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't just be kicking back on a Saturday with a Miller Lite in hand and putting mold in my ass. But if it's for the sake of a tier list and for science, I'd take one for the team. I'd be a good sport about it, like a real champion. I'd trooper through that. But I guess not everyone thinks the same way, and a lot of people are shy about how their asshole looks, I suppose. And there was just a lot of factors that I didn't consider. So surprisingly, there wasn't a whole lot of interest from the YouTuber community in letting me try their assholes, so I don't believe I'll ever get the chance to make this tier list. Maybe somebody else could try and get this going, like maybe Mr. Beast could organize a YouTuber asshole eating competition for $100,000 and you win your own island. I don't really know. But for now, it looks like I won't be able to make this tier list, and I think it's a real shame because I thought it was one of the best tier list ideas that's ever been hatched in this corporeal dimension we inhabit. I thought it was an absolute fucking banger of an idea. And honestly, I think the reason a lot of people declined is because they looked up edible anuses, and there's a video on YouTube where some girl goes to get an edible anus made of her butthole, and she didn't bother to wipe her ass, so when they take the mold off her ass, there's just a bunch of like shit particles all over it, just crusty little shits hanging all over the mold. And that was also a hazard that I didn't stop to think about, because
What if one of the YouTubers decides to play a 3 a.m. prank on me with a haunted butthole where they take a shit and they don't wipe or clean themselves and then they do the asshole mold impression, ship it away, and by the time I get it, I'm literally just dining on their fucking shit. Which would be terrible, but a great prank, which was something I didn't think about. So honestly, it might be for the best that everyone that I asked declined, and declined pretty outright. There was almost not even like that kind of attempt to fake interest in it where people are like, oh, it sounds like a great idea, but I'm gonna have to pass. It was just a straight up no, what is wrong with you? Which makes sense. I can totally respect that. I also imagine some people are just kind of afraid of it, because especially if you have a hairy asshole, like you might accidentally give yourself like a fucking Brazilian wax with it, which would hurt very badly. And it might even leave a weird impression where your butthole looks like it was attacked by fucking Wolverine from the X-Men. I don't really know what kind of role asshole hair would even play in the impressions of the ass. So, I mean, there's so much, unknown variables that could have come into play there that, honestly, it really might be for the best that everyone declined that idea. But I think, on paper, that's probably one of the best fucking ideas YouTube has ever seen. It's just, unfortunately, we're not in the right day and age to really make it happen. The technology's not there yet. Until we can get actual edible anuses made without using physical mold, I just don't think we'll get there. So hopefully DARPA can get on that project and make edible anuses without needing the mold. Perhaps you could just 3D print someone's ass in chocolate using only pictures, but we're not there yet. And yeah, just wanted to share this with you because I thought it was such a great fucking idea. That's about it. So yeah. I have been accused of a crime I did not commit. I have been hunted and thrown against the stake and called a witch, all because I am the last diaper bender, the master of diaper testing. Yesterday I released a tier list for adult diapers, something that I've talked about for months, but I was then blasted, ass cheeks spread wide open, by a community of people who believed I had stolen the idea from another YouTuber. And this wasn't a small number of people. This shit flooded the comments, even leaked into my streams, and was all over Twitter. Because a YouTuber named Oompaville posted a diaper tier list 2 months ago, which simple mathematics and arithmetic would tell you was before yesterday. So I was then truly exposed for stealing someone else's idea. It was the perfect crime, and as I sat in my swamp-assed chair twirling my evil mustache, I thought I got away with it. And I would have, if not for those meddling kids who discovered the truth and revealed it to the world. Only that they're all wrong. I'll reveal it like Darman. You see, the truth is, the adult diaper tier list is actually something we've talked about consistently on my streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. Please feel free to stop by if you want to put a few extra inches on your penis. We've talked about it for, get ready for this grand reveal, almost 3 months. Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. In fact, the first dating of this, to carbon date the idea of the adult diaper tier list, which of course has never been thought of in the history of humanity until it was dreamed up during one of my streams, the first known instance of this popping into this dimension was December 26th, during a Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine stream I was doing, chasing the world record, of course. Instead of showing you a clip from the VOD, I'll just show you a clip from a video I posted where I even had it in a YouTube video instead of just on stream. And this video is from December 27th, which predates Oompaville's video on adult diapers. Adult diapers tier list? That's a pretty good idea. There's a lot you could grade on that, like absorbency, comfort, maneuverability. Like, can I play a basketball pickup game in these adult diapers? Actually, that's a pretty fucking good idea. I don't know how comfortable I'd be pissing myself on camera, but for the sake of the tier list, I'm gonna write that down, actually. You'll notice December 27th predates the January 8th that Oompaville posted his video. I actually knew Oompaville posted this video 2 months ago because people from stream told me that the idea was stolen, and I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't think there's any such thing as stealing an idea like this, because I thought we were over that phase of the internet where everyone was childish saying that only one person is allowed to make a video on anything. There's only one person allowed to put that flag in the ground and say, this is my content, anyone that does anything similar is stealing. I thought we were way beyond that. So I put the kibosh on that shit real quick and dismissed it. But for some reason, Oompaville and his community don't share that same sentiment. Oompaville posted this tweet saying, explain this, comparing our two videos, which is clearly implying that I took his idea since his is first, and he also implies that I'm stealing his thumbnail since they're similar. I'll go ahead and defend that. This thumbnail for the adult diaper tier list is the exact same kind of thumbnail I use for every tier list ever. It's just a still from the video with a still image of part of the tier list. That's it. His is the same thing. It's just a really generic thumbnail. That's all there is to it. That's not that deep. He goes on in the tweet to say he was just joking, but no one in the tweet besides him picked up on the joke, including me when I first saw it. And most people just accused me of stealing, which then had a lot of his community go to my stream to accuse me of stealing, and a ton of people to go to the comments and make the same accusations. So it didn't really land if it was supposed to be a joke, and it's just now become like a drama thing where people are emailing me about it saying, why are you stealing content? You know, I thought you were above this. You criticize people for stealing shit all the time, and now you're doing it. You're just as bad as them, you hypocrite. It's frustrating. Adult diapers are being treated like this holy grail, this sacred artifact that only one man was allowed to touch, and he was Oompaville. And once he touched it, no one else was allowed to put their dirty little paws on it. And that's just unfortunate, considering this is something we talked about for months, and I just put it off until recently. Also, I want to make it clear, I have no problem with Oompaville, and I enjoyed his adult diaper tier list very much. But let's just go ahead and say, setting aside the fact that I didn't steal it from him, as is clearly proven by a video that predates his, but let's go ahead and say that didn't exist, and I made this adult diapers tier list because I enjoyed his so much, I also wanted to review adult diapers myself. What the fuck is the problem with that? I really thought we were beyond this. What's happening here is shit that happened back in like 2011, where when PewDiePie would play a game, if anyone else on YouTube played that game, they'd get mass disliked by PewDiePie fans, as if he owned the fucking game. Now we're going back to that mentality? That's so fucking silly. That is the dumbest shit. More than one person is allowed to make shit about a specific area, and a specific thing. Obviously, I'm not talking about people that just blatantly rip and steal content, going beat for beat, recreating someone else's content as their own. That's called plagiarism. That is completely different. At no point in any of our two videos do we really overlap doing the same shit or saying the same shit. It's very different content, all on adult diapers. I can't believe that we're having a fucking Diapergate conspiracy theory here about this shit, about who stole what, but here we are. That's just the internet these days. Anyway, that about covers that. Hopefully I've proven my innocence. I didn't have a lawyer here present to represent me, so I hope I did a decent enough job of defending myself here in this internet court. But yeah, that's about it. See ya. Everyone seems to be constantly scrambling in a frenzy for social media interaction or views, and in the words of a great douchebag, attention is the most valuable currency. And right now, people are eating each other alive for it. Like, even just recently, we saw the Stanley Cup craze, where people were going feral, absolutely ballistic, like peeling flesh from bone to get their hands on a new limited edition Stanley Cup so they could go home and film a TikTok for it, for a couple updoots and brownie points online to let people know that they're part of the cool trend. And as this has continued to be the focal point for our species, this internet attention, the pursuit of it has gotten really depraved. Over the last few years in particular, on YouTube specifically, we have seen so many people try some extremely dangerous things in order to stand out from the crowd, whether it's really dangerous or cruel pranks, people getting themselves shot for the sake of their content, or getting themselves even killed for the sake of trying to produce content that'll get a lot of eyes on it. Like, shit, it's in streams too. Half of Kick right now is just the most hateful garbage from people trying to be incendiary and get themselves beat up in a fight. Just like, watch me get my ass beat, episode 500 with Jack Doherty. And it's there because it's supposed to be shocking. And it's just an awful direction, but that's kind of the content pill society has taken recently. And that brings me to what I want to talk about today. My friends and I like to joke around with this concept, and sometimes we'll brainstorm some of the most degenerate video ideas imaginable. Ideas we'll never actually do. But sometimes we'll cook up something so foul that it becomes a really tasty treat to play around with as like an idea. So I wanted to take you into the kitchen today and show you this secret recipe for a particular formula that we thought was just entertainingly awful. This is perhaps one of the worst ideas we've ever had for a video, and I just have to share it because I do think about it from time to time. Not as a piece of content that should ever be made by any sane human being on the planet,
but just as something that is so fucked up that I can't help but giggle at the absurdity of it. Would you ever donate sperm? Okay, this is another idea I think we'll never actually do, but it's an idea we tossed around as a joke that I think about from time to time. I don't know if I ever said this on stream. It's a diabolical idea. I want to preface by saying that. If all of us donated sperm, and when you donate sperm, there's like a whole process you have to go through to make sure you're like okay to do that, and that people would choose your sperm and all of it. Like there's a whole bunch of bells and whistles and hoops to jump through for it. You can't just go there and be dumping DNA willy-nilly. But we thought it'd be really fun if we went as a group to do that, and someone uses our sperm. I think you get notified if it gets chosen, like if someone's using your load. And we would make a video checking in on the families that used our sperm in 18 years and see who had the most successful child. To see whose sperm was like the mightiest and produced the best offspring. But it's kind of a fucked up thing to do. But as a concept, it's like, that's kind of fire. Like, no, my kid's actually the best. Look at this. You know, he just graduated high school, straight A's, and he's got a scholarship to USC. It's like, damn, no, my kid's got a crippling heroin addiction. Shit, I'm out of the race. Darn. Like, conceptually, it's a banger. But morally, well, there's a lot of gray area to work with there. Maybe an 18-year-long content investment. And then you meet your child and you have to break the news to him like, look, bud, you were just content. I conceived you on this upload date for this purpose. Thank you for winning me the competition. The 23andMe would go crazy, though. Hey, that whole thing would go crazy. The winning child gets the ad revenue. Yeah. But just think about, you can make a whole slew of videos out of that. You can make like, you know how people do those time lapses of I took a picture of myself every day for 6 years or whatever? We do a time lapse of like our children from a distance. The parents can keep us updated on their activity. And we have like after 18 years, this beautiful montage of our child growing up. And then we get to see who wins in the end. That's like a whole season's worth of activity. Yours would definitely win. I don't think so. I think if the whole crew gave their semen and let's say we actually pulled the trigger on this downright evil idea, I think I would probably not win. My genes aren't great. I'm 5'6". I had terrible mentality growing up. Acne out the wazoo. Like I think my kid would probably not be super happy. I think of our group, Chase would win. Chase is a specimen. Chase is like one of the most gifted athletes without ever trying. Anything he does that even remotely resembles athleticism, he crushes. And he is naturally good at everything he does. Literally everything Chase does, he is incredible at. I think Chase would produce a superstar. Yeah, but you're smart. Chase is so much smarter than me. Chase blows me out of the water. Like, out of our group, I'm probably the fucking dumbest, too, so I don't have anything working in my favor. I would lose this competition right away. Bro, I'd give birth to, like, another fucking Jack Doherty. They'd be miserable. I'd be ashamed. Meanwhile, Chase is gonna have, like an actual hero. A champion. There's actually a documentary that ran for 50 years and was pretty much this concept. They followed a group of children from elementary school until they were elderly and would check in every 7 years or so. You slowly saw them devolve into druggies over time. Well, that made me really sad. It was like really wholesome until the last sentence. Well, hopefully hopefully our idea wouldn't go like that. Not that we're ever doing it. But that would be a very sad ending. If your kid's a speedrunner, do you automatically win? No, absolutely not. It was illegal and Dateline covered it. The study that he was referencing, whatever that was. Yeah, I'd never even heard of that. What do you consider an early loss? If we did this? Well, I don't think you'd have an early loss unless the kid dies. Like, I don't think there's a disqualification. Or I guess if they get thrown in jail. Those would be like the only two things that would be an early disqualification, I think. Man, that'd be fucking tragic, though. Imagine. we're doing our, like, I don't know, quarterly check-in on our child. And we learn that they've either been jailed for some heinous crime or dead. That'd be the worst fucking update to that video. Like, damn, guys, I lost. My kid shed the mortal coil. How are your kids doing? It'd be fucking terrible. In Germany, there was a real pilot for a TV show about a sperm race where 12 contestants donate their jizz and see which is the quickest one to reach an egg. The winner would receive a Porsche. That's too deep into the content pill. You know, it is actually an evil idea, but it's one I think about from time to time as like the craziest idea that I think we've ever just joked around about. Make your kids play League all day, leveling accounts, and whenever they get an account to level 30, they get their meal. That's just torture. Ours is more humane than yours. Fucking maniac over here, Jesus Christ. Would you ever want to have kids? I talked about this a little bit on stream. I don't have any plans of that anytime soon. I legitimately think if I had a kid, I'd feel bad. My kid would undoubtedly be short. I don't think somehow my father's tall genes skipped my generation and the next one would get it. So my kid's going to be around my height, 5'6", probably, unless the woman is super tall. So I feel like I'd feel bad for him because it's not easy, especially with social media. Constantly getting picked apart for every small insecurity or weakness you could ever imagine for yourself. And short is like the most commonly accepted one that's still fine. Like no one bats an eye when you're insulting someone for being short. So I feel like the kid would need a very strong chin, and there's just a good chance he wouldn't have it. If I ever wanted a kid, I'd probably adopt. There's so many kids without a home right now. There's an overabundance of kids that don't have a home. Is your mom short, or did you get unlucky? My mom's short, my dad's super tall. And I got the height aspect from my mom. Mom's 5'2", dad's 6'5". So I went closer to my mom. I didn't even split the middle. The middle would have been around like 5'8", 5'9". It's sad you think that just get your height. I'm fine with it. I can handle it. But not everyone can. There's a real thing called short man syndrome. Like, legitimately, it is a thing.
I'm in my 30s now, so I'm not exactly a spring chicken these days, and the realization, the sad reality, has started to wash over me that there's certain things I'm just never going to do. I'm never going to be a professional athlete. I'm never going to get taller. Like, I'm too old for a growth spurt now. I'm never going to be able to eat trick cereal. The point is, there are things that I've wanted to do, but now it's just kind of too late for them. And one of them is an idea that I think is so diabolical that it becomes a masterpiece. And it's something I've teased on stream for a few years. It's an idea I've had for a horror movie for so long. Obviously, I'm not too old to make a movie. Jesus Christ, Francis Ford Coppola is like 4,000 years old. He was around when they were building Atlantis, and he just made a movie last year, Megalopolis. God bless. Megaflopolis was something special. Point is, that's not why I don't think I'll ever actually use this idea. It's just become very clear that it's a lot to take on to make this kind of idea come to life. So I just wanted to deep dive on it here because this idea is like a Minto and I'm the Diet Coke. I just need to erupt with this. I recently just blew the lid wide open on this idea on a podcast I went on called Wine About It, and now it's just, it's got me all giddy again because I think the idea slaps so fucking hard. So feel free to use this if you want. I'll part with it. It's a horror movie idea. I've seen like every horror movie ever made. If your mother's cousin made a horror movie that somehow hit a streaming platform 8 years ago, you bet your sweet bippy I watched it. You would be hard-pressed to find someone that's watched as many horror movies as I have. You would be basically trying to track down a fucking unicorn. I saw a movie last year called Bagman in theaters. I bet you didn't even know that movie existed. It's a horror movie about a weirdo troglodyte that puts people in bags and then goes back to his cave. Like, come on, I've seen so much of this that I think I know what would make a horror movie truly traumatizing. Something that's never been done before. And I've teased it on stream that I've had this idea for years, but it's pretty obvious I'm never actually going to do it. So my horror movie idea revolves around the concept that what you're seeing isn't just a movie.
I always believed that to really rattle someone, to unnerve them, you would need to convince them that the movie they're watching is more than that. Kind of like what Blair Witch did back in like the late 90s. But found footage is more like found fuckage. It's just not very good anymore, and everyone's in on the shtick. No one's ever going to watch a found footage film and be convinced that it was real. At least I don't think so. So, I thought outside the box. About 3 years ago, something like that, I got reached out to by a movie theater company that was asking if we ever wanted to live stream in movie theaters. A peculiar offer, but the idea of having the Revolver God on the big screen, that's a game changer. But honestly, I just didn't see like a whole lot of potential with that concept. Like the idea of live streaming the movie theaters probably could work, but like what the fuck would I be streaming? Like grinding Marvel Rivals? Well, I mean, 4 years ago it'd be, probably repeating the Souls Marathon back then. So didn't really do anything there, but it got the old biocomputer up here and the flesh machine turning. So my friends and I started brainstorming and gave birth to the most evil horror movie idea ever. So, what the idea is I would make a video, like a normal video where I sit down and say like, hey, we're going to be doing a live stream in these movie theaters across the country where we'll be doing my most dangerous video ideas live on the big screen. Get the popcorn, get your friends, and get ready to be blown away by my most death-defying feats. I've talked about this before in videos where I've had like some absolute stinker ideas for content that were just, it's be rolling the dice on my life for no reason. And one of them was I always wanted to try bulletproof armor and actually shoot myself with it. Because the guy who invented Kevlar used to, and I think he still does, a demonstration where he puts on his Kevlar body armor and then shoots himself in front of the audience, and they're always stunned like, oh, and it's very cool. And I always wondered, what must that be like? Like, how painful is that to get shot in a Kevlar vest? So, that idea I'll never actually make into a video, but for this idea, we would pitch it as, we're going to be live streaming these kind of ideas from me. Then people would flock to movie theaters like they're lining up for Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith drop, and they'd be in for a real ride, a real hoot and a holler. So the stream would be going, and it'd be, setting up the stakes. We'd obviously have medical professionals on staff just in case things went awry. And we'd be delivering a high-octane stream. People would be giddy in their seat with excitement, having fun. And then I'm going up there for the bulletproof demonstration, trying it out. And then something goes awry and I end up blowing my fucking brains out. Something goes wrong and I shoot myself in the head and brain matter spews everywhere, pink mist, and I collapse to the floor dead. As my friends charge over, fucking screaming and squealing, Why? Why? No! And that's the big bait and switch. It was never a live stream. It was a video that we shot and pretended it was live. And the audience would have no fucking clue. They would sit there, most likely traumatized, thinking they just watched me die. Accidentally blow my fucking brains out like I just got assassinated. And I really think that would capture that same early hype as like Paranormal Activity where people were apparently puking in the theaters or some shit. And I just let that stew. I'd let that marinate for a moment. Like camera drops to the floor and you just hear all my friends wailing, like shaking my lifeless corpse. No! That kind of thing. And then I never really ideated past that. We never came up with where it goes from there. But eventually it would transition to like an actual movie, so it wouldn't just be like a 20-minute event, It would then go into like some kind of movie, which we never bothered to write. It's just that intro, that hook, I think is so fucking strong. Because this is something that has never been done and can only ever be done once. You do this one time and it can never be done again, because then people would have the idea that maybe this isn't a live stream. But for the first time, they would go in and just take like the whole fucking clobbering, getting punched by this out of nowhere, like, diabolical experience. I just thought it was so strong, but I'll never actually do it. Plus, I imagine if you did do this, you might even run into, like, some kind of lawsuit or something. That's also very possible. But yeah, the idea is, like, evil. Like, straight up, it is cruel. Because, again, it would be falsely advertising this live stream, even though it's not actually a stream at all. It's a horror movie, fundamentally. Now, Of course, people wouldn't leave the theater thinking that I'm dead. As I said, I'd let it stew for a little while. I'd let it just, linger in the air like a fart wafting. And then it would go into a movie so people would be able to, connect the dots, realize, oh, this is all part of the gimmick. This is the shtick. Like, I don't think anyone would leave the theater under the impression they just witnessed my death. But for at least a handful of minutes, people would think that what they just saw was very real, which is a rare feat for a movie to pull off. And I just really thought that this was so unique and just so silly in like a very, twisted way. I just had to share this idea at some point because I'm not actually ever going to make it. If anyone does run with this idea, though, don't be afraid to give me a little tip of the old fedora and say, thanks, Charles, for the the idea. That'll be just fine by me. So yeah, just wanted to share this. That's really about it. See ya.